whistling at them from the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40, in the middle of nowhere, nobody going home tonight, till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads, nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now, everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40, in the middle of nowhere, nobody going home tonight, till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
Three chains. Ow. Caught up in my, put your head on backwards, then skate off after, engage in laughter about what just happened.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Roethlisberger's Chiefs going up against Newton's Panthers. Time to head up to a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, where we join our dry commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Guys, take it away.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. Yet a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Newton on first down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Newton on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces forces a turnover on downs. Here we go with Jamal Charles. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. And a look at this offensive unit now, and you see who we have highlighted, partner.
Jamal Charles, one of the most exciting, productive running backs in the NFL.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Deep drop. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Luke Kuechly is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best middle linebacker in the game. Not only is he cerebral, this guy's athleticism is off the charts.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second and goal. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Wake up! Wake up!
Newton on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
And the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And this is incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and that'll bring up second down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing again is Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Cam looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a one-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. On first down, it's Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was tied for the league lead last year with 8 picks, was Marcus Peters, and he gets another one there.
And I loved him coming out of college. When I went back through my notes before this game, all I saw was effusive praise for what he did out in the field. My only question, would he focus on being a professional? And he's done it quite well.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Charles the low setback. And they'll get it up the middle. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
And for K'Wan Short, the questions about his motor really went away in 2015. Boy, what a season he had.
17 tackles for a loss last year. And, of course, give him another one right there. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good, but a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. In the red zone this time. Following the penalty, here's Charles. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
All week long as a defense, you game plan to stop this guy as a runner. And then when they start sneaking him out of the backfield and throwing it to him, that totally disrupts.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
One receiver right, that's Brown. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't, but for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off. Beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Thompson able to drop him for a loss of 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Charles, the lone setback. Under pressure, and they got Team Pro Bowler, K1 Short. And that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Screen pass to Charles. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now Roethlisberger, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. On the counter, it's Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jordy Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And now following the timeout, we'll see if the offense tries to change things up. Now a shot near the goal line for the fullback, Felton. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
That one goes for 24 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Newton on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Funches with a catch over the middle. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Throwing is Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And quickly they get to the line. Newton. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Second and 10, Newton again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Again, Newton. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funches with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Cam looking to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That is incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. And that'll bring up second down. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity to put a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's got time. Caught, Kelsey, left side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Kelsey out in the slot right. Roethlisberger will throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So we come upon half. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and...
Jamal Charles, nobody in front, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Stewart on first down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The linebacker, Lamar Houston, the one to bring him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 50, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. But he gets it to Funchess complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now it's Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat. Touchdown, Carolina! Jonathan Stewart with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Cam looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Kelsey out in the slot right. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeremy Hill there was the intended 2nd down.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Charles the lone setback. Here's Roethlisberger. It's caught. Nelson. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all.
They run it. It's Charles. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And now it's second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Second and 10, Newton again. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a first down throw for Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a third and inches.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw here, Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there. Jeremy Hill was the one he was trying to hit there. And it's 2nd down.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. This is Charles. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys?